To recognize those whose ongoing efforts to protect and promote Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander cultures will leave a lasting legacy for future elders and leaders. A little bit about me. Perhaps some of you know me as a person, but for the rest of you, I'm Sudipta, and I'm an adjunct professor in the field of urban and built environment design, and I'm also a design professional. But more important than that is I've been practicing Sahaja for the last 25 years. And it is with great conviction that I say this. It has a profound effect in shaping my life the way I am today. So I'm really thankful for this opportunity that I was given 25 years ago, and I hope that you all can benefit from it. So now about the program. So as you all know, this weekend marks the beginning of Australia's Harmony Week, when we celebrate our cultural diversity in conjunction with the United Nations International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination. I think in Moreton Bay, though we are finishing it tomorrow, but that's fine. I think, as it says, diversity is the key. But yeah, Harmony Week is about inclusiveness, it's about respect, it's about a sense of belonging for everyone. So today, 20th of March, Life Eternal Trust Australia, popularly known as Sahaja Meditation, is hosting a special in-person and online meditation and music event to show how we can live in harmony with ourselves and Mother Nature through a simple and regular meditation practice. So this program is currently being broadcast globally, and so please enjoy. A couple of acknowledgements. So first and foremost, I'd like to acknowledge Moreton Bay Regional Council for supporting this event with a generous grant. I would acknowledge Councillor Sandra Rock, Councillor Division 5, Moreton Bay Regional Council, for joining us on this occasion. I want to acknowledge Councillor Stephen Huang, Councillor of the McGregor Ward, and that's not the end of it. He's the Deputy Chair of the Finance and the City Governance Committee and a member of the Transport Committee and the Economic Development of Brisbane 2032 Olympics. Looking forward to that, and also the Paralympic Games Committee. So thank you for gracing the occasion. I also want to acknowledge, I had a different introduction, but Auntie Betty just said to me, just Aboriginal elder would be a good one, so I'll just leave it at that. I want to acknowledge Auntie Betty McGrady for kindly accepting our request to perform the acknowledgement to country. So with that, can I please request Auntie Betty to please come forward and do the acknowledgement to country. Thank you.
Excuse me, everybody. You're all right. Hey, I'll pull something out now. Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Sudipta. Yuwella. I greet you in the language of my Gungri people from the Maranoa River region in southwest Queensland. I acknowledge the traditional people who Sudipta has mentioned, whose cultural practices and oral traditions and spiritual values are built on a reverence of this land. These spiritual values place high importance on our creation stories that tell us we come from the spirit world and are merely placed here as custodians of the land, not owners. We are the eternal environmentalists, and 60,000 years of land management can attest to that. May we always remember those who walked the land before us, because their spirits are still with us. They continue to live on in our environment. They're in the mountains, they're in the rivers, they're in the trees, the animals, the birds, the fish, the plants, they're everywhere, even out there. Aboriginal dreaming stories explain connections between everything in our three worlds, our human, our physical, and our spiritual worlds. And our traditional healers, or our Nunkari, are the keepers or the custodians of these important dreaming stories. Our customary law, L-O-R-E, is maintained through ceremonies, dance and art, and these are intertwined with sacred sites and other sites of significance that support our connection or belonging to these areas. I acknowledge and honour elders who are present here today, and also acknowledge sorry business. All over the world today, we are faced with COVID-19, pandemic that has cost many lives, separated families, and has literally shattered our way of life as we know it. So please, as we go about our business today, spare a thought for those who are caught up in this pandemic. As First People of this land, we welcome those who come from other parts of the world to make this country their home. Sorry. Yes, please. Yeah. Sorry about this. For they too bring their cultural practices, traditions and customs, as well as the cultural authority. However, while we acknowledge and embrace your customs, cultures and traditions, we ask that you in turn honour and respect ours. This is the beginning of creating harmony in our community and our country. As an Aboriginal elder, it's my responsibility to hand down these stories and teach the younger generations about the richness and diversity of a culture that is the oldest culture on this earth. Another responsibility I have is to educate the wider community about the cultural protocols and the importance of these when engaging with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people across Australia. But we must also remember those who were brought to these shores against their will. The South Sea Islanders who have worked in the sugarcane industry, the Indonesians who are indentured labourers in the pearling industry, and the Afghan camel herders who supported the inland trade by transporting goods on the backs of camels along the Oodnadatta Trail in Central Australia. This, I may add, is part of my heritage. My Afghani grandfather came here to this country and married my Aboriginal grandmother. Then, of course, there are the English convicts and the young children who were brought here for a better life. To those refugees, migrants and asylum seekers who now live in this land, we welcome you with open arms and open hearts. The plight of Aboriginal people in this country has not been much different from your own, and we empathise with you and hope for a better future for you all. I know that throughout Australia, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people share three basic principles: caring, sharing and respect. Yes, we're all different, but we all want to be treated with respect, the same as everybody else. Everyone who calls themselves an Australian owes it to this country and to themselves to learn the other side of our history, or as we call it, the hidden history. Today, on Harmony Day, let's all make a commitment to learn the hidden history of this country so that we clearly understand and embrace each other as we continue to live on this land in harmony. Yuala, thank you very much. Thank you, Stephen.
No worries. Thank you, Auntie Betty. That was really, I guess, quite deep and profound in terms of what we really should be knowing and how we should be connecting. And it's all about harmony and living in harmony with the land and our own spirits. So thank you, really appreciate that. So last Friday, we got a message from Leanne Linnard, MP, Minister for Children and Youth Justice and the Minister for Multicultural Affairs. So she was really pleased with the way this event has been organized and with such a short notice. So she couldn't be here, but she had requested her message to be read out in public. So I'll just read her message, and it's a beautiful one because it ties up with a lot of what Auntie just said and we have been talking about. So I'll just read that out. So it says, I'd like to congratulate the Life Eternal Trust Australia for organizing this today's mental stillness program and thank them for the hard work in hosting this event. LETA continues to play an important role in promoting mindfulness and spiritual well-being in the community, as well as supporting an inclusive and harmonious Queensland through events such as today's mental stillness program as part of the Harmony Week celebrations. Every year, Harmony Week is celebrated across Queensland as an opportunity to recognize that we are at our best when we are inclusive, when we respect each other, and when we celebrate unity in this great state. The recent flood event, as we as well as the global pandemic have highlighted the importance of coming together and using our diverse skills and experiences to contribute and help our local community grow and respond to emerging issues. In times such as these, it is vital to prioritize our mental well-being, which is why I commend organizations such as LETA for using their skills to facilitate workshops for the local Moreton Bay community, one of the fastest growing and culturally diverse regions in Queensland. Today is a wonderful opportunity to celebrate our friendship, share our stories, meet fellow community members, and celebrate the harmony through meditation, mindfulness, and yoga. Thanks to this event and to our continued efforts, we can build a Queensland where everyone is celebrated and supported to connect to the local community, contribute, and belong. Thank you, Leanne Lennart, MP. That was really a very positive and encouraging and welcoming message in the light of what has been happening right now and in Queensland, what has happened, and right now what's happening across the world. So again, on behalf of Life Eternal Trust Australia, I extend my sincere thanks to Councillor Ms. Blue MP Leanne Lennart for her warm message. So with this, I'd just like to start today's program, which is about you, it's about me, it's about us as Australians, us as part of the global fraternity. It's about love, it's about peace, kindness, and above all, hope. It is something that the world is in desperate need, harmony. So we present to you the Harmony event. Learn to meditate and live in harmony with your inner self and Mother Nature, the source of all harmony. Thank you. So now I'll just request our music group, which is fondly known as Sahaja Sangeet, to present some lively music, and let's welcome them with a round of applause. Thank you. Who has borrowed the mic? You can have your adjust your mic.
Hello, can you guys hear me? Yes? Yeah, louder. Yes, okay.
The mic is not working, but we can hear you.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Better? Yes?
Yeah.
I can yell more.
No, that's all right.
Okay, let's do a quick sound check.
Number 5.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
The wind is blowing on my head.
You can stay.
Number 6.
Hello?
We're going to start now with a song called Maha Maya Mahakali. So these are bhajans, which are basically devotional music in praising different deities. This one is the deity as Mahakali. It's negative in this one.
Mahamaya Mahakali Desheravali Bhavani Niramalama Mahamaya Mahakali Desheravali Bhavani Niramalama 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 Mahamaya Mahakali Desheravali Bhavani Niramalama Mahamaya Mahakali Desheravali Bhavani Niramalama Desheravali Bhavani Niramalama Mahamaya Mahakali Desheravali Bhavani Niramalama Desheravali Bhavani Niramalama Mahamaya Mahakali Desheravali Bhavani Niramalama Bhavani Niramalama Mahamaya Mahakali Desheravali Bhavani Niramalama Desheravali Bhavani Niramalama Mahamaya Mahakali Desheravali Bhavani Niramalama I'm
No other noticed that. That was so much fun, wasn't it? So perhaps, yeah, next year we'll up the ante and speed it up a little bit. Thanks for that, Corley and Isham. Thank you, really appreciate that. So now can I please invite Councillor Stephen Hyung to say a few words on this occasion? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Roy. I won't sit down, so I won't make you panic about how long I'm going to speak for. But I also start by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather, and pay my respect to elders both past and present. And may I acknowledge the good work of Vita for doing this today, especially on this Harmony Week. Well, I think you'll find it's unusual that the Brisbane City Council actually overreached to this part of the area in Moreton Bay region. But I would like to thank Rudro for inviting me to come to this event. I met Rudro in the Lawmare's Youth Advisory Council, and we were sitting on the same table. And I was so amazed to find this young man and with a group of other youth leaders. They are doing. They've got such an amazing, mature mind and caring for our society. So so we've been exchanging emails and things, and I was invited to here, and that's why I'm here today. And it is really a great honor, and I must say I enjoyed it. When I was sitting with Councillor Sandra Rock there, also acknowledging the local councillor here. I was telling her, like, when you are sitting here listening to music, you actually feel that positive vibe come out of this. I've been attending many events, and honestly, some of the events, I sat there for 5 minutes, I want to go away. But this time, I actually sat and enjoyed the music because you can feel that positive vibe coming out of this music. And honestly, I want to try the meditation. But I probably can't stay today, but I'll come back sometime to practice meditation. I think that's great because I come from the Chinese background. And Chinese people believe that this world is made up of 5 different elements, and every person has a universe in ourselves. Whilst we're in Harmony Week this week, I think we talk about reconciliation with the first Australia. We talk about harmony amongst different cultures, but I think it is important that we actually see harmony within ourselves. I think everyone. We experience different things in our lives. There are happiness, there are excitement, there are griefs and things. But ultimately, I think if we start from ourselves, if we can reconcile with ourselves internally, and then we'll start to exude sort of harmonious vibe towards others. And I think you start with yourself, and you share with your community, and gradually you'll share with your bigger sort of environment. So I think it is important that whilst we try to create a harmonic society in here, it is important we start from ourselves. And I'm sure doing meditation is one of the way you bring back your balance in your mental health. You bring back that harmony and peaceful mind. And I think everything starts from yourself. And then that unless you can take care of yourself, you can't take care of the bigger society. So I would like to thank Lita for doing all the great work, and thank you for having me here. It's very enjoyable, and I'll definitely come back for the meditation. I need to balance my inner self too. So, okay, thank you everyone, and enjoy the afternoon. Thank you.
I think it was a bit of an understatement when you said you couldn't sit down. I think you had profound knowledge about this whole thing, and if I would have had the time, I perhaps would have requested you to sit down and give us a bit of download of all the knowledge. It's really appreciating how you mingle Chinese culture along with the culture of Australia and presented a very nice positive case for the benefits of meditation. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, with what Councillor mentioned about Rudra and his nexus with councillors, so I just thought after this to invite Rudra to play something on his saxophone, and interesting enough, he chose to play Memories by the popular American band Maroon 5 to cherish the beautiful memories that life has offered to us. So here is Rudra with his Memories. Thank you. Backing track from your speaker if possible. So we're sorting out the backing track. Is the speaker? He can't.
Is that okay?
Yeah, just this microphone more. I think you can a bit more. Okay. Is it coming from the speaker or computer?
That's not working, so try with the computer. The audio starts after 10 seconds. Okay.
One more. Good job.
Thanks, Rudra, for that. That was nice. Really brought back some memories, joyous memories of harmony for all of us. Thank you for that. So now, can I please invite Brett, our national coordinator, to briefly present a global and national perspective of Sahaja way of life. Thank you, Brett.
Thanks, Victor, and thank you once again to Councillor Stephen and Councillor Stephen for joining us today. So, a global and national perspective on Sahaja. Well, I feel like to begin with, I should talk a little about Shumataji Nimaladevi. So that's the lady you see in the photograph here. So we keep her photograph here out of respect for the great work she's done for humanity. She started Sahaja Yoga in 1970. And what happened there was that she found this method of Sahaja Yoga where she could give people the experience of true meditation en masse. So Shumataji has given football stadiums full of people, they're teaching them meditation, giving them what we refer to as their self-realization. So what this does, it allows the human being to experience thoughtless awareness or mental silence or mental stillness, you can refer it to it as. So this is something that was not possible before then, and now it can be achieved very easily, and then once one person has achieved it, they can then pass it on and teach it to other people. So it's a very special work that Shumataji has done, and she's left behind a great legacy with our Brisbane collective here being one small example of, we look around us and see, there's so many different people of different backgrounds who come together in peace and in harmony, which is the theme of the day, of course. So there's really a universal community that Shumataji has created, so that's really the global aspect. It's that we can go anywhere in the world and we can meet other people who do this form of meditation, and we can just easily get along and understand each other. And it's just like the councillor was saying, if people find peace within themselves, then they permeate that peace through society, and that was Shumataji's vision for humanity. Was that through the individual, they could find peace within themselves, they could pass it to others, and then we can have a collective new society that generates peace and harmony, where everybody is equal, and we don't have fights, we don't have wars, as we all know, a big problem in this day and age. So that was really what Shumataji has done. She's created a global community of peaceful people, and people who meditate and feel that peace within. And it's also absolutely free. So one of the key components of Sahaja Yoga that Shumataji taught was that you should never pay for your own inner peace, for your own self-awareness, for your own self-knowledge. So that's something we've committed to, and we'll always commit to, that this should be free of charge to anybody and everybody who wants to experience peace within themselves. So we hope today just another small step in Shumataji's vision towards a oneness. It's not only harmony, it's actually a oneness of humanity. We're all connected in the same sea of life. We're all connected in that same ocean of life. We're all drops in that ocean. No one's better than anybody. And we can just all come together and enjoy this beautiful planet, and without all the silly things we create with our egos and with our mental gymnastics. So that's really all I had to say. So I won't keep you all too long. I'll let Mega, I believe I'm handing over to Mega to take us through a small meditation, and then Gaspar is going to play some piano I'd encourage everyone to hang around because after the meditation, Gaspar will play the piano while we meditate, and he's also a professional musician of great talent, so it's a really enjoyable way to finish on. So I'll pass it over.
Thanks, Brett. That was really great to introduce. Just a bit of change of plans. I think Mega had to go to pick up Bertha, so she has kindly requested Leanne, who has kindly agreed to do the meditation session, and I think she would be really great at doing that. So can I please hand over to Leanne, and she will take you through the process. So please follow her instructions, and at the end of it, Jasper will be perhaps equally mesmerizing with his music, if not better. So let's look forward to that. Thank you.
Thanks, Victor.
Oh, there's a chart.
Yeah, Sahaja Yoga is our meditation. Sahaja means born with you, and yoga means union of your energy with the whole energy. So born within every person is an energy which is based at the base of your spine in your sacral
Auntie
bone.
Leanne, say hi to here. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we all have this energy, this life force within us. No matter what culture, country, gender, we all have this energy, and it's basically to help us to live in harmony with the universe. So it's basically, it awakens, and when this energy awakens, it actually flows like an energy, like a fountain, and comes all the way up and takes us beyond the level of our thoughts, thoughts from the past, thoughts from the future, and brings us into the silence, into that present moment where we can recharge and we can balance and we can feel in harmony, and you can feel that joy. You don't feel necessarily excitable happiness, and you don't necessarily feel depression or sadness. It's somewhere in the middle where it's like this joy where you feel quite happy within yourself and with what's around you. So now a wonderful thing that happens is when this energy flows, it actually clears your energy centers, which we can't see, but when you're meditating, you start to become more aware of them, not mentally, but physically. You start to become aware of these chakras, which are spinning wheels of energy, which look after your mental, emotional, and your physical well-being. So any problems we have within us normally stem from an imbalance in these chakras, which we mostly don't know about. So we put a lot of trust in our body and the universe as well. But yeah, so when you're meditating, this energy is very healing. It's a mothering, nurturing energy. It's a feminine energy, and connects you there, and clears these chakras just very gently, like just little strands opening up. These chakras are like little flowers of different fragrances, which represent different qualities within us, and brings out those qualities very gently, very subtly. And you know, it's a lifelong journey, but it's a lovely journey of discovery about yourself, and everyone's different. Now, another good thing that happens is you start to become aware of these chakras on your hands, because your chakras correspond with your nervous system and the nervous plexuses, which are adjacent to your major organs. So when this energy flows through, if there's any constriction to that flower, the chakra, then you'll feel a vibration or a tingling, or even sometimes heat in your fingers, which correspond to that chakra. So, for example, the heart chakra, you feel that in your pinky finger. And I think actually if someone's going to have a heart attack, they'd feel it in their pinky finger too. I think the pain radiates on the left side. Could be wrong, but I think that's what happens. That just came to me. And do I talk about left and right? Go ahead. Okay. We also, in our subtle system, we have an emotional side, which is on the left. So you've got energy, which looks after your past, your emotions, and it brings you away from the feelings of lethargy and depression, and helps you to feel the joy, and it helps you to feel spiritual within. Gives you the pure desire for your spirituality. On the right-hand side, we've got the side of action. So one side's the emotion, the other side's the action, and that gives us our ambition and energy for our future thinking. It's your masculine side, and this is your feminine side. This one builds up as your conditionings, and this one here builds up as your ego. So in the central channel, that's the channel of your spiritual ascent, and it represents the present moment, and it's a part of your evolution. So that's ideally where we want to be, is in the center, and that's something that happens when you meditate. It balances out the left and the right, brings you into the central channel and helps you to grow within, grow deeper within yourself, and brings down this ego and superego, because a lot of the reactions we get with our thinking comes from either your ego or your superego. So you may cry with your superego, or you may be able to just be in the present moment and handle things in a balanced way. So we've got different ways that we can clear the left and right, but I think for today we're going to look at establishing our self-realization, which is just the awakening of the energy, which will help us to go into thoughtless awareness, where we're totally aware, but we're just not thinking of the past and the future. So if you'd like to participate in that, we can just kick off our shoes so that we're touching the earth. Oh, no, thank you. And just sit with your feet apart. If you want, you can sit on the earth, but it's fine in the chair. And we can just sit with our hands both palm up on our lap. Okay. And we'll just take a few nice deep breaths just to center our attention within ourselves, and just close your eyes if you're happy to, just to bring your attention inside. Now, after we do this, we're going to go straight on to, we're very lucky we have Gaspar here, who is a pianist, and he's going to play something very beautiful to take us into a lovely meditation once we've finished our guided meditation. So we'll go straight into that. So just put your hand on your heart on the left side with your right hand. So right hand on your heart on the left, and your left hand on your lap, palm up. And we're just going to ask ourselves a question. We're going to ask this mothering Kundalini energy within, out of the rib cage on the left side. And this is the seat. This is the center of our self-mastery. So once you become aware it is awakened, then you start to feel what you need to do. You start to feel your chakras. So just ask within, Mother, am I my own master? And bring your hand down to your hip bone on the same side. Just pressing firmly there. This is the center of your pure knowledge. So this is the knowledge that you are the spirit, the knowledge of these chakras and this Kundalini. So just ask within with all your desire. Ask 6 times. This chakra's got 6 petals like a flower. Mother, please give me the pure knowledge. And then just bring your hand back up to your abdominal on the same side, the lower half of your rib cage on the left. And just say with confidence within about 10 times, thereabouts, Mother, I am my own master. I am my own teacher. And then bring your hand to your heart on the same side. Just say with confidence, I am spirit, 12 times. Mother, I am the spirit. Bring your hand, cross it over to the left of your neck, just where your neck and your shoulder meet, and then turn your chin over towards your right shoulder just to open up that area. This is the centre of our steam, and it blocks up when we store guilt and we blame ourselves, which is a very habitual thing that we tend to do rather than face things. And the hardest thing is to face things, but it's the most rewarding. So just say within a few times, Mother, I am not guilty. Next, we're going to bring our hand up to our forehead. Just put your palm, cradle your forehead down so this ego comes down. We can open up that area. And one of the hardest things also is to forgive yourself. But it also is a very powerful thing to do. So you can just say, Mother, I forgive everyone for everything, and I forgive myself. Now just bring your hand to the back of your head, so the opposite chakra, this one. And we just tilt our head up towards the sky, and we're just asking for our own benefit within. Mother, please forgive me for any mistakes I've made on this journey of finding my spirit. Please forgive me for any mistakes I've made against my spirit. And just bring your hand down, let the blood flow along your arm again. And we're going to now put our attention, as well as our hand, on our crown chakra. That's a really important chakra. You can see it on the subtle system there. It's got 1,000 petals. It's a huge lotus. So you put the middle of your hand on there and then just bring your fingers up in the air and apply a bit of pressure, and we're just going to rotate this chakra 7 times like a massage, going that way, so clockwise. And tilt your head down slightly, and we're just going to ask from our heart, Mother, this is 7 times we're going to ask this, Mother, please may I have my self-realization. Mother, please may I have my self-realization. Just bring your hands down on your lap, palm up. We'll just keep our eyes closed, keep your attention within, and just let the music take you into that thoughtless awareness. But most of all, your energy, your mothering energy, is going to bring you beyond your thoughts into that silence. Thank you.
hard to describe really. Isn't it just magic? Yeah, it just helps us connect to our inner peace. Really thank you, Gasper, from the bottom of my heart for bringing us to the center of it. Really appreciate that. Thank you. So that really concludes the formal session of the event. So I'd like to thank Councillor Sandra Ruck and Councillor Huang, who is not present, and Auntie Betty. She also had to leave for commitments, members of the community, and all the legal practitioners and all our viewers from across the world who have been tuning us. Really, on behalf of Life Eternal Trust Australia and Surgeries of Queensland, we really thank you for joining us. So for the next hour or so, what will happen is we'll be facilitating conference sessions in the marquees. So it will help us to just try and learn how to live in harmony with our inner self and Mother Nature. So thank you again, and we hope to really host this event and make it an annual event. So please keep it in our calendars, and let's see what works out. Thank you. There's one more thing.
All this has to change. Tremendous change has to take place. The whole universe has to take a different turn. All that is helpless, hateful, ugly has to vanish, and the peace has to prevail. It is not the peace of the dead, the peace of the living that has to come, of the body. I bless all of you to be the channels of that peace, to be beautiful channels of that peace, to be glorious channels of that peace, to be great children of your mother. We're so proud of you. May God bless.
Ocean, take me in your arms and engulf me whole. My total being is yours. I return you.